Welcome to Monster Men!
Oh, yeah.
We're perky today.
Yeah.
Oh,
Perky.
how you doing,
Bloody
Hunter?
good horror. Let's
Ooh.
see. Cross promotion.
Patty's Pub.
Patty's Pub.
Is that the burning?
It does look like the thing to the burning, right? Maybe it is. I don't know. I don't want to get those guys in trouble saying they stole something.
Oh, Ixnay on the earning day.
Wasn't earning burning.
No,
Why does it hurt when I pee?
Ow. Alright, so I thought what we'd do today is just review a bunch of horror movies that we've watched.
I like the idea.
Seems like a pretty original idea.
Well, I did say in the beginning when we were discussing this that we could have an aquatic theme to start things off with because...
So we could dive right in?
Yeah. Terrors from the deep. See, I'm feeling giddy because I finished a book today. So I finished a book about the Loch Ness Monster.
The Loch Ness Monster?
The Loch Ness Monster. It's not like what you'd think it would be.
Well...
I hunter shade it. I shade it good.
You know, I think, if memory serves me right, Jimmy Page bought Aleister Crowley's house that was on Loch Ness.
Was it on Loch Ness? I don't doubt that.
He definitely bought the house, and I know he had a house on Loch Ness. I think it's the same one, but there could be two different houses he had.
Wouldn't you love to have that kind of money? I'm going to live in Stonehenge.
Where the demons dwell. Where the banshees live, and they do live well. Practical question.
Feet. Oh, this is inches.
Practical question at this time. Are we going to do Stonehenge tonight?
Okay. So, Jack, why don't you talk about the movie that I was supposed to see today and didn't see, and I really want to see, and I'm hopefully gonna see.
I wish you had seen it because I'd love to have like the non-spoiler review and then the real talk about it. So maybe once you see it, we'll have a bigger talk. But I saw The Shallows, the shark movie with Blake Lively,
who has rocketed up to one of the tops in my list.
So I'm gonna say, obviously, the biggest selling point in this movie is Blake Lively in a bikini for 90 minutes.
Yeah. I heard she was really good and she sold it. As silly a premise as it was.
She's pretty good. I will say this. When I watched Titanic...
Right.
Leonardo DiCaprio is a great actor, whatever. When he was in the water, I never felt like he was somebody in cold water.
Right.
Is
it because his nipples weren't hard?
There's just... She does a pretty good job. But there's... She's surfing, and if you see in the commercial, she gets hit by the shark, gets bit, makes her way to this rock eventually.
Right.
Where she's now got to battle before the high tide comes. There's like a buoy and some other stuff.
Is it a baba buoy?
Baba buoy. Fa-fa-fo-hi.
Mama monkey.
But she has an injury on her leg, so she does have to deal with it. But there were times where I felt like, for somebody who, the amount of time she spends out exposed with no food or water and with this big injury on her leg,
right?
I did feel like she was not acting like somebody who was out that long exposed with an injury to her leg.
Was she not starving and dehydrating herself like a method actor?
Right. She looked fantastic, and she was pretty mobile for somebody with a pretty screwed up leg.
She's quite fit.
Quite fit. Having said that, it is a fun movie and worth seeing.
Right.
But you have to set the bar at B movie.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I figured it would be. You know?
My problem with the movie is right at the end, it gets a little hokey, and there's a little too much CG with the shark.
Right. And
some dumb stuff happens that I felt like, for most of the movie, it's sort of in the spirit of Jaws, where you'll see the shark, or you'll see its fin, or you'll see it swimming.
Right.
And you get some close-up looks at it. But towards the end, you kind of see the whole shark, and it does some stuff that, more like how like a deep blue sea would show the sharks doing a lot of stuff.
Right.
It kind of goes over the CG action-y.
Hollywood can't help itself.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Hollywood couldn't help itself. At the same time, I went to a matinee. I had a great time. I ate a bucket of popcorn, watched Blake Lively and a shark, and it was.
Is it primarily just her and the shark?
There's a few other people in the movie. There's a couple of other surfers and a few other characters.
But I guess they disappear when she's on the reef, right?
Yeah, there's sort of people kind of go in and out.
Right.
But she carries the whole thing, and she's fine.
Yeah, I
give it like a 2.5 out of 5.
2.5 is all you need for some summer fun. You know what I mean?
But
she was great in Savages. Did you see that movie?
Yes. Oh, she also looked awesome in that movie.
That's where she went to another level. I was like, oh, that's that girl from the Gossip Girl. And I saw that movie. I was like, holy shnikes. She was really good in that movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just good, dumb summer fun.
Good, dumb summer fun. It's the kind of movie that if you pay-per-viewed it, you'd be like, okay. If it was on Netflix, you'd be like, oh, what a great Netflix movie.
Right. Yeah, there's nothing better than finding a little gem on Netflix that you've never heard of. It turns out to be excellent.
But it's not like I got to go out and buy this movie, except just to, have Blake on a giant screen.
Yeah, there aren't many movies that I think I have to run out and buy anymore.
Yeah.
It's very hard at this point. Well, I was supposed to go see it, and I couldn't, so I celebrated the finishing of a book by sitting my butt down, turning on Netflix, and I said, well, if I can't see The Shallows, I'll see the next best thing, Killer Mermaid.
I have seen that in the queue, and I said no.
Yeah, I said, well, I've been living under the lock for the last month, so let me go back and let me stay in the water. The original name of the movie is Nymph.
Oh.
It's a Serbian movie.
Is it in English or with subtitles? Or
it's in English. This is the funny thing. It's set in Serbia. It's starring all Serbians with the exception of like 2 people. So they all speak in this thick Serbian accent, and they all speak English to each other. I'm like, why wouldn't you just talk Serbian?
It's like when the Germans in a World War II movie just talk English with a German accent.
Yeah, everybody talking movies about Jesus. Everyone's talking with a British accent. Like, pretty sure the Brits weren't out there.
Crikey, I've been crucified.
My father's going to be quite cross with you.
I see what you did there, mate.
Hey, so this is about 3 friends, 2 girls, and 1 guy who were college buddies. I guess they went to the University of Kosovo or something.
Way down in Kosovo.
Slobodan Milosevic, you.
It's easy for you to say.
It wasn't. I almost lost my dentures.
I couldn't say that. I'm not even gonna try.
So yeah, they're meeting up in the Mediterranean, and I will tell you this: the movie is beautiful. It is shot in this gorgeous Mediterranean. It's all around the water, and it's gorgeous.
Kind of like what's that movie with the Italian girl who turns into a monster?
Spring.
What? Say that again.
It's spring, right?
Spring, yeah.
Yeah. It actually, the background is even nicer in this movie. The girls are always in bikinis, not an ounce of body fat on them.
Like us.
Yeah, totally. It's amusing. It takes a little long to get to where it's supposed to be going.
So, 2 questions then.
Yeah.
Worth watching or not?
For me, it was worth watching.
Hot mermaid or not?
The mermaid is hot. Of course, she transforms into something not hot.
Well, yeah.
But it takes, I mean, you don't really see the mermaid get into action until like 15 minutes till the movie's about to end.
Duh.
Yeah, that was my one complaint. I was all psyched for the movie, and then I started to flag, and then she showed up. I'm like, all right, this is cool. And it got kind of gory. So it's just ridiculous B- movie fun.
This sounds like the kind of Netflix movie that when you're not in the mood to, like, you want to have your iPad or something like that and kind of watch a movie, but not really invest. So it seems like a good, like, turn my brain off movie.
Say urinary tract infection. Bring your iPad into the bathroom with you. You can watch it and just walk around the house with it. Perfect. So, it's a good GI movie.
So it's a good... Okay.
I might have invented a new rating system.
I'll have to put that in the keywords when I post this on YouTube.
Get a lot of people looking for, like, medicine. What's a UTI cure? Killer Mermaids. So, if you're into Serbian B-movie horror, this is probably one of the better ones.
You know, I love that niche.
It's a tough one. There's a Serbian movie, and then there's this. And I have heard everyone tell me if I watch a Serbian movie, I can never unwatch it or cleanse my soul. So I haven't watched it.
I saw a mermaid movie. I think, what's her name? Carla. You know, the one from, like, Watchmen and...
Carla Gugino?
Gugino, yeah, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
She was in it. She wasn't the mermaid. I think she was on the boat.
She was in a mermaid movie?
It was like called, like, She Creature or something like that. And it took place in the olden days.
Right.
They're on a boat and they capture a mermaid on the boat.
Everyone's always capturing these mermaids. Oh, and here's the thing. This movie sets itself up for a sequel.
Oh, good.
It ends on, like, a cliffhanger.
Killer Merman.
Like, come on. So I guess if this was...
Remember Merman from He-Man?
Oh, God, yes.
And the great thing about him is he talked as if he was underwater. Like, hey there, Skeletor.
Oh, that was great.
I was like, you're not underwater.
I'm very funny. What about my favorite mermaid is Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy from SpongeBob.
I like Chicken of the Sea.
I smell evil.
All right, so Killer Mermaid.
Yep, UTI friendly.
We're setting the bar low today on our recommendations.
Well, look, you got something to see in the theater, something to see on the crapper. You got another one. Come on.
I got another one that's kind of similar to that. It's on Amazon Prime. It's called Bite. And it's about some people go on vacation, somewhere tropical, whatever. Right. And this girl is in a river and gets bit by a bug. Goes home and suddenly starts to show symptoms and is slowly starting to turn into something hideous.
Wait a second. I think I saw a part of this on cable. Where she's like transforming into like kind of like Jeff Goldblum into The Fly.
Yeah, very much. And then she's like spouting out like eggs, and they're all over her apartment. This movie has so much slime and gore in it,
right?
That there's a lot of shortcomings in it. Maybe not the best acting, maybe uneven pace, but just for the goo alone, this movie's worth watching, and the transformation. Right. It's another one of those. I think I pay-per-viewed it. I don't think it's free, but it was like okay, that was fun. That's it. Right. Guys like us who like to watch horror movies, chick, bugs, and it was definitely like a female fly with lots of goo and people getting their limbs bitten off and stuff like that.
Goo is good. Gore is good. Look, we don't look for good acting anymore.
No, and it was. Like, it's a little uneven, but it's okay.
How's the pacing? Does it have? Is it kind of like typical horror movies where there's kind of ebbs and flows, or?
Yeah, there's parts of it where you're like, all right, let's get going here, and other parts like, okay. So, all right, it's decent. It's not. It's no 5-star, but it's good. It's good.
Which, all right, which is better, Bite or Stung?
Stung is way better, because Stung is funny.
Yeah, Stung.
Stung has good characters, and I had a lot of fun with Stung. I surprised the hell out of me.
You told me to watch that, and that was one I had sitting on my queue. I was like, ugh. And then I was like, oh my god, the CGI was actually good, the acting was good, and it was funny. So it wasn't so much gory, but it was fun as hell.
Yeah, no, and like that's got like kind of flamboyant ending
Yeah.
to it. But Stung is Bites takes itself way more seriously,
Right.
and it's a little bit lower budget. The acting isn't as good
Right.
as Stung, but it would be a good double feature.
You had me at goo.
Really, Goo is the reason to watch this movie.
I just showed my daughter the Tool video. Remember the one with that stop motion thing, and there was like the hand of the stop motion thing going like this,
Oh God, yeah.
and then there's like a pipe, and he pulls the pipe away, and there's like intestines running through the gooey intestines. And my daughter was horrified, and I was like, "Good goo. That's good goo.
Gordon Gekko, Goo is good.
Goo is good." Well, I saw a movie last night that I had heard about. Might have been from Bloody Good Horror. The Other Side of the Door.
That's on my wish list watch on Amazon Prime.
That's a movie. There is no humor in this movie. It is a gut-wrenching movie.
Ugh.
Especially, I think I told you guys on the Twitters. If you have kids, it's really hard to watch. It stars with Kaylee, whatever, the Lori from The Walking Dead.
Oh.
So she's in it. Looks like she's still skinny as a broom handle, but it looks like she ate a couple of sandwiches from craft services, so she looks a little healthier. And she's clean. So, Italy, and her husband is Jeremy Sisto. You'll know him. You ever see May?
May? No.
Oh, May's one of the great horror movies.
What's May?
May is about this weird girl who gets obsessed with Jeremy Sisto, and she is into dolls and making a living doll eventually and cutting herself. It's so out there and bizarre. You gotta watch it.
Okay.
And she does a lesbian scene with Anna Faris.
Done.
There you go. I knew that.
I gotta go. Bye.
That would be the clincher. So yeah,
dude, if the House Bunny is on, I can't turn that movie off. I'll turn the sound off.
Right? I'm the same way with the House Bunny. So's my wife. We all like that movie.
Anna Faris looks so great in that movie.
So's what's her face? The girl from
Emma Stone.
Two Broke Girls.
Oh. Shoot.
I can't remember her name.
Denning.
Kat Denning. She's in it too.
Isn't she? Yeah, they dumb her down though.
Oh yeah.
Until they do that calendar.
Before she was what she is now.
Kat Denning is dreamy.
Yes, she is. I think she's probably the best looking woman on television right now.
Yeah, she's up there. I love her in the Thor movies.
Yeah.
Darcy.
I mean, but it doesn't matter.
There was a Super Bowl commercial for Two Broke Girls where the two of them came out in cheerleader outfits and on a stripper pole.
I didn't see that.
This was 2 or 3 years ago.
Right.
I'm sure it's on YouTube. It's the greatest 30 seconds of television.
That's the dirtiest show on television.
That is a bad show, but those two girls are.
Yeah, they were filming an episode where she had somebody was filming a movie and Kat Denning was in it and they had the little squibs and they shot her and she sits on it. Usually when I get shot on the chest, it's after dinner. It's like, oh my God. So anyway, back to the other side of the door.
Back to the other side of the door.
Meandering like Trump at a rally. Lori from The Walking Dead, she had 2 kids and you find out in flashbacks that she was in a car accident, went in the water, and her kids are in the back seat, and the son was trapped. And she can only save the girl while he's screaming at her to help him and save him and get him out. So she is unable to cope with life. And after a suicide attempt, and they're living in the Far East somewhere, their housekeeper, whatever she is, tells her if she goes to this temple and does what, they have to dig up the son and burn him and take the ashes. And she goes to this old abandoned temple, sits in the temple, she can talk to her son and say a proper goodbye. But you can't open the door. So don't look on the other side of the door. And I will leave it at that. But I will say, aside from it being an intensely sad movie, it's another movie. Cinematography is excellent. And it's got some really creepy moments to it.
No, that's good.
The third act becomes kind of by rote, but then at the very end, it was really good. So it was more than I got it at Redbox. So for $1.50, it was worth $1.50.
I gotta go grocery shopping. Maybe I'll grab. I haven't done Redbox in so long.
I'm Redboxing like crazy right now.
It's so do freaking like Amazon Prime. I don't like paying $6 for a movie when I can get them $1.50.
Right. Well, that's my thing, and everything on demand. I'm like, I can do on demand, or I could go to the library for free, or Redbox. I'm getting cheap.
The movie I want to see is Green Room, which is Patrick Stewart and the guy Anton Yeltsin, or whatever his name is, Anton Yeltsin, who just passed away.
Yeah, that movie looked really good. Did you ever see him in Odd Thomas, the Dean Koontz?
No, that's another one on my Amazon or my Netflix queue that should I watch that?
Absolutely, it's fun. It doesn't take itself too seriously, and he's great in it. He died in a horror movie way.
Oh my god, I felt terrible. Oh.
As a guy who's owned Jeeps all his life, now I'm nervous.
Screw Jeeps.
Yeah, really. I mean, crushed by your own Jeep and left there. It wasn't like anyone came by and just happened to notice him. Somebody were like, "Where is he?" and went to find him, and he was there. I'm like, ugh.
Horrible. Well, yeah, and the new Star Trek's coming out soon, so that's going to be very like Heath Ledger-like.
Yep. But yeah, I want to see Green Room.
It's on pay-per-view right now, but it's like $10. I'm no way.
$10?
It's like to buy it or whatever. I'm like, no, you got to wait.
Oh, okay, yeah, they do that.
You know what else is on? It's on Amazon, but you have to buy it. There's no way I'm buying it because the reviews are terrible.
Right.
That movie of Cell, the Stephen King book, it's got John Cusack and Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
I heard they were making it, and then it like kind of disappeared, and then all of a sudden I saw a trailer for it, and you can get it, but right now it's like $10. When I read Rotten Tomatoes, and they're like,
yeah, it disappeared for a reason. That's such a good book too.
I felt like this book started strong and then got really weird.
Well, sometimes, he was trying for something different, I
actually kind of want to see the movie because I'm not even sure if I totally understood the book.
Well, I'm sure the movie's nothing like the book other than the name and a couple of plot points. When they screw his movies up, they screw them up real good. Oh, which is good. It leaves room for somebody to remake them intelligently someday.
They tried with Salem's Lot and they failed.
Didn't they try twice?
Well, they did a good first Salem's Lot for the time. Then they did it with Rob Lowe and Rutger Hauer, and that was a pile of dog crap.
And The Stand. They've tried it with The Stand, and I've never watched Under the Dome, the TV series.
I saw the Simpsons movie. What do I need to see Under the Dome for?
I love the book. I thought that book was great. I even loved the ending with the Leatherheads. But
I didn't read it.
Oh, I just ruined it.
Spoiler alert!
And look, by the time you get to page 497, you will have long forgotten what I just said.
Yeah, I didn't even really hear what you said. One more movie. I think we both saw this.
Yeah.
The Invitation.
The Invitation, independent horror. Excellent.
Good flick.
Yes.
Because the whole time you're like, what the hell is going on here? And then even when you sort of think you know what's going on, you don't fully know what's going on.
Yeah, this teaches me I don't want to go to hipster dinner parties in L.A.
Right.
Right? I mean, it was one of those weird, brooding, something's going to happen kind of movies. But yeah, I didn't know where it was going.
There was like moments where I was having flashbacks to the, what's that awesome movie with the guy from Anchorman that we both loved? Was it Would You Rather or...
Oh, David Koechner, Cheap Thrills.
Cheap Thrills.
Yeah.
Like, it was kind of the same, like, neighborhood.
Well, it had that guy who looks like David Koechner.
Yeah.
Who was in The Walking Dead with Morgan. Who also was from the Drew Carey show. He was Drew Carey's cross-dressing brother.
That's right.
I don't know his name, but he's been popping up everywhere. And
Yeah.
He had a menace about him.
Yeah.
Because he's so strange looking, and he was so much bigger than all those beautiful little people at the party.
Oh, the guys in that movie, like, we could break them in half.
I know. They're like, I'm so fat, I'm almost 130 pounds now.
This Pinot Noir is corked.
What's a PBR? I have no idea. But no, that was a good movie. Again, it was plotted well. I thought the pacing was good. Actually, I thought it never, to me, it never dropped.
There was also moments that reminded me of that movie with, is it The Guest, or is it what's his name from Arrested Development?
Job?
The main kid.
Michael Cera? Jason Bateman.
Jason Bateman.
Oh, I didn't see that movie.
Oh, that's a pretty good movie. That's more of a thriller than a horror movie.
Right.
But the house reminded me of that house.
Yeah, I thought that was a good slow build. Like immediately, you know something was off. That was the fun, was seeing where it was going to go.
That one was I've heard good buzz on that one.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched it, and I was like, okay, thumbs up, good flick. You have to have patience because.
Yeah, but you know what? Well, we're old. We have patience.
Yeah.
File that one under culty goodness.
That actually, probably out of all the movies we talked about, that might be the most quality one that I've seen. Like, The Shallows is dumb fun.
Right.
But The Invitation is, like, a better movie.
The Invitation's on my list of top movies of 2016, and I don't think it's going to be moving off the list anytime soon, so I agree.
Yeah, that'll probably make my list.
I'm going to put The Other Side of the Door on there for now, but that's a fringe.
I'll have to watch it so I don't want to have to jam like I did last year from all the movies I put off.
Yeah, really. Well, you'll have something to do in December.
Yeah.
Constantly. And January.
Yeah, but you know us. Like, the summertime, we're a little slower. But once, like, September hits, we get into our Halloween groove. And suddenly it's, like, nonstop Monster Men until, like, Thanksgiving.
Yep. I got to line up a whole bunch of interviews for us come fall. With lots of peeps. We got lots of peeps want to be on here. And we haven't forgotten you.
We just...
If we put you on now, you're going into the black hole. It's summertime.
Yeah, exactly. We're going into the black hole.
Yeah, exactly. We are a great thing to watch if you have a urinary tract infection.
It cures what ails you on your wee-wee.
Your wang.
Your urethra.
Mm.
Urethra Franklin. Respect.
My pee hole is red and raw.
You better think.
All right. Well, now we're just falling apart here.
Okay. All right. Well, that seems like enough movie recommendations from us.
Y'all got things to watch now. You hear?
What's your current book that you need to plug?
Current book is I Kill in Peace.
You do kill in peace.
You go in pieces. It's from Sam Hain. It's $2.66 on Amazon and anywhere else you go.
Go get it. Tell a friend. Buy one for a friend.
Tell a friend. Tell a friend. It's a killer novella. It's about a guy, Peter, who he's basically controlled by text messages and stuff to kill his boss and then further go on a killing spree. But you don't know what's really behind all of it. So the whole thing is he insane? Or is there something external that's doing this to him? So it's bloody. It has 2 scenes in it that I thought for sure my publisher wouldn't let me get away with. Mm-hmm. So enjoy it, folks. That's my little summer gift to you.
I like it.
And the Jersey Devil comes out August 30th.
Ooh, okay.
Big time. I'm going to have fun with that.
We should go down to the Pine Barrens to do a show.
Yes, sir. And up to the Cryptozoology Museum to have a little event.
We definitely got to do that.
I'll be seeing Lauren up there in August and set something up for the fall.
Okay. Done and done. All right. Sounds good. We done?
We're done.
All right, folks. Don't forget to like us and share us and all that fun stuff. And we'll see you next time on...
Monster Men!